G'day guys, it's Stanley from InSinct again. We're back with the UForce 600. Today we're going to have a little bit of a chat about towing. We're going to go over some of the new products we've recently released, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat about what's expected to come in the future. Let's get into it. So firstly, let's just talk about the numbers. If you get yourself a UForce 600, the tow capacity is 680 kilos and your payload capacity in the tray is 250 kilos. There's nothing that really mentions a gross combination mass or anything like you would with a four-wheel drive typically. So there's nothing really saying there that you couldn't have 250 kilos in the back plus 680 kilos on the back. My experience with it, I did some towing with roughly 700 kilos in the trailer, not too far. And to be honest, it handled it really well. I kept it in low range most of the time. Didn't go up any crazily steep hills, but did go up a driveway that was fairly steep. There was a lot of fencing gear that we had to move around between properties. Overall, I was pretty impressed. I wouldn't be taking it up any very steep hills with that much weight on the back of it, because my primary concern, if you haven't seen how the clutch system with the belt works on these, is that as you increase the weight and the load in the vehicle or in the trailer, you're actually increasing the stress on all that driveline componentry. And the one thing that concerns me the most is that you're going to end up cooking your belt, and that can happen when it starts slipping on the primary clutch. And once you cook your belt, it's pretty much done. You got to replace it. And if you really put too much heat into them clutch components, there's a chance you could actually damage the primary clutch as well. So all in all, my experience from it would be you can run that sort of weight in the back, no problem. And I've actually, in some of the Facebook groups, seen people actually tow a lot more than the rated capacity with these and do it fine. It's just, if you're going to do that, I probably wouldn't be going up extremely steep hills or off-road sections. I'd stick to doing a few more runs with lower weight if I was going to do something like that. In terms of actually having the trailer on the back of the UForce, I think it's super easy to connect the trailer up. The good thing about, well, my model, I'm not sure if all the models in the U600 come with it, but they have these big mirrors on the side. So you can really see what's happening. You've got a rear view mirror. I've noticed on a couple of other manufacturers, they don't come standard with that stuff. So having that for towing stuff is really a bonus. Mine came with the tow bar, the wiring and everything as standard. So it's just basically connecting it on like I would in a car. For any of you that do more, I'd say, serious off-roading, you've probably found that the tow hitch can hang you up in places. The only time I've ever actually got this thing bogged was going through a creek and the tow hitch caught up. I just ran out of ground clearance basically. So that's probably one thing you could look at doing, is actually getting one of the raised tow tongues. You can see them, you can get them from most automotive places. And that'll just bring the actual trailer height up a little bit. Because I have also experienced that if you've got a trailer that sits up quite high, with the UForce being quite low, you end up with the trailer on a bit of an angle like this. So it's probably not a bad idea to get one of the hitches that lifts it up a little bit, so you get your trailer sitting parallel to the ground, and also you increase your ground clearance at the back, or your exit angle improves. So all in all, if you're going to get a UForce and you plan to use it for towing, which I think most people would around a property or whatever you plan to use it for, I think they're really good. Like, it's impressed me. I had a farm ute that we use for towing stuff around typically on the property, but from now on I'll be using this thing. It's a lot shorter, so you can get it into small places. Reversing, you've got the big mirrors, or you can just stick your head out the window and see what's going on quite easily. So thumbs up for towing with these, but like I mentioned, I personally wouldn't be running a lot of weight in the trailer or payload wise and then going up a lot of steep hills, just in fear of actually damaging that belt or clutch system. Talking about clutch systems, if if any of you follow the Facebook pages for the CFMotos in Australia, you might have seen that InSinct is now stocking the RNG performance clutch components, which is a good move for the business, and I'm excited about that. If you're not familiar with the RNG clutch components, basically there's a kit for the primary clutch, which comes with an upgraded set of weights and a spring. And what that does is actually help smooth out that engagement. If you own a 600, you definitely would have experienced it, but if you own a UForce 1000, you definitely would have noticed that jerkiness on takeoff. So that primary clutch upgrade actually helps to smooth out that engagement and make it nice and silky when you're stopping and going. For me, reverse is the big one. Whenever you put it in reverse and you're in a bit of a hurry, you hit the accelerator. Sometimes you feel like you're going to go through the windscreen. So I'm going to do some videos on the whole installation of the primary clutch kit and everything into this U600. Just getting the time to do all that, and I'll document it so you guys can see what the benefits are. The other side of it is the secondary clutch. In the secondary, we can upgrade the spring and the helix. So a good analogy for upgrading the helix on the secondary clutch is it's similar to changing the gearing in a conventional gearbox. I'll try and run a video now of how these clutch systems work in the UForce. But basically, on the secondary clutch, as the RPM increases on the engine, that secondary clutch expands, which allows the drive belt to slip down into the pulley further, and then that is what gives you your overall drive speed. So what you're doing is basically going from a large pulley to a smaller pulley. What the helix does is it changes that rate of how that happens. So with a SRM3 helix, which is the one that we stock, it actually moves that delivery to more low to mid range. So if you're wanting to tow a lot of heavy weight around, if you've got a lot of payload on the back all the time, or if you're looking to run bigger tires, then that's what that helix is really for. I'm curious to see. I'll do a video eventually with just putting the primary clutch kit in, and then I'll do another video with doing the helix and the secondary spring, and we can compare all the differences there. But if you are interested in getting any of that stuff, either drop us a message or head over to our website. We stock kits for the U1000, for the U600, both for the primary and secondary. Soon to be stocking kits for the UForce 800 as well. So yeah, RNG Performance, really nice guys to deal with. I speak with the guys over in the States quite regularly. With the solutions, we don't look to just sell you stuff that you don't need. So usually I'll have a chat to you and go, do you want smoother engagement, or are you looking for performance upgrades as well? And we'll find out what's going to work best for you. Now let's chat about our other new products. Been quite busy since releasing the last video. It's, as you can imagine, going through the process of getting these products designed, manufactured, tested, it is a long process, and that's why it does take quite a bit of time to get from the drawing board to something that's actually on the website and ready to sell. I've had a couple of questions come through about what my background is. So just so everybody knows, I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. I spent a lot of my career working in the industry of marine and automotive engines, diesel engines particularly. So design around engines and machinery is something I've done for a long time. I've obviously then transferred that across to what I'm doing here with the CFMoto series and also some of the enduro bike products. If you are interested to learn a little bit more about the process of how we go from an idea to a finished design that's on the actual UForce, I'm happy to do a video on that one day. If you're interested, just drop a comment below. So the new products we've released since the last video, where do I start? I think the big one would be the roll frame clamps. So that's sort of the backbone of the whole new product range that came out recently. It all started with an idea actually to make a clamp to mount a light bar across the top front here of the UForce. And slowly as that idea progressed, it turned into, why don't we make this clamp that's quite universal? And it's not only a light bar you can mount off it, then you can mount quick fist clamps, you can mount your own shooting rack, you can just about mount whatever you want off there. So this is a close-up of the roll frame mounting clamp. So you see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the production ones we've actually got a 9th hole there, so 18 holes in total, including both sides. We have our work light slash aerial mounting bracket up the front here. You see I've got some work lights wired up here at the moment, which can turn on, which these actually worked really nice at night. I've got the grab handles, which has been one of my favorite things I've added to this actually. Having something to just hold on to when you're bouncing around is really handy. Move you back here to the rear molly panel, which is the new one, hopefully should be released by the time this video is out. So we attach at the top here, on that top mount of the UForce 600, we have a roll frame mounting clamp down the bottom here, and then we've got all this mounting surface at the front, and also a nice mounting surface here. I should actually say that this is the front and this is the back. I've got the quick fist clamps holding a lot of this stuff on. The fire extinguisher obviously comes with its own mounting system. First aid kit's just sitting there. I've got some Velcro straps to hold that on a bit better. This is a plan, and this is just my little saw that I use. So I'll run over to the other side now, and you'll see this is the roll frame mounting clamps with our adapter clamps for the quick fists. And what that does is this longer stuff, shovels, pole saws, all that sort of thing, that are too long to sit in the tray. Even star pickets, you can put a star picket there. Just gives you somewhere to put it. It's out of the way, but it's still there, easy to get. These clamps, really easy. You just undo this, put them back on like that. Takes a couple of seconds, you got this off and ready to use. You may have also seen another thing we've added to the range is the canvas seat covers. I kept seeing the question come up, where do I get some good canvas seat covers for these? I actually have the CFMoto genuine seat covers on my one. It was just part of the deal when I got this. But I had a look around and I've seen that there's an Australian company, Topaz Global. They make these seat covers for the UForce 600, the UForce 1000, the Z-Force 1000, U800, pretty much all the CFMoto range, including the C-Forces. So I reached out to them and we came to an agreement, and yeah, look, we're happy. We're stocking the ones for the UForce 600 and the 1000 for now, but we'll see how that goes. If there's more demand for the seat covers for the other models, then we're happy to stock them as well. We're only a small business, so to be adding all these, brands on board with us, it's really exciting for me to see it's going in that direction. And at the end of the day, it's just evolving day by day, week by week. As opportunities come up, we grab them. The thing for me is to make sure that you guys get value, and you get a place where you can get all this stuff for your CFMoto. You don't have to go hunting around everywhere. You can just go, bang, here's the website. I want this, this, and this. It's all there. I don't have to think about scouring all over the web for it. And that's, I guess, sort of the direction for the future, is to try and build a bit of a one-stop shop for you guys, with a range of InSinct products coupled with other industry leading brands, RNG Performance, Topaz. We'll see what else we can add to it. We've just released our new website. We've now incorporated a model finder, so you can just put in your make, model and year, and it'll bring up all the products that are relevant to your CFMoto. We've also incorporated shipping to the US, so for any of the people who are watching from the US, you can now get our products shipped directly to you. Have a bit of a look and let us know what you think. Cheers. So what's next with my 600? It has about 16 hours on it now. I haven't had a chance to do a lot of running with it lately because I've been quite busy slashing. It's just that time of the year where I am in southeast Queensland. So I've been spending a lot more time on the tractor, a lot more hours in the tractor than I have in the UForce, unfortunately. But hey, slashing's not too bad either. I'm getting close. I think it's due for its first service in a couple of hours, 20 hours I think it is. So that'll be engine oil, diff oils, everything like that. I'll plan to do a video on that and just run through what I think's best to do there, and maybe we can even have a chat to the local dealer and get their opinions on it. I'll put the RNG performance kits in there like I mentioned earlier. We'll run through the differences, benefits of upgrading your clutch system, and then obviously the new products that I design will end up on this. This is the guinea pig vehicle, I guess. And hopefully, I've said it a few times now, that we'll get through a hunting trip, go somewhere and really use this for what it's made for. I mean, it's also made for doing stuff around the farm, but I guess one of the big benefits I see with having one of these is you can use it out on the farm, you can take it out hunting. They're very versatile. You can put the family in there, you can take people that aren't really used to farms around the property and show them cows. It's just super versatile machine, and I guess that's what's impressed me the most about these, is you find yourself using them for things you probably didn't expect you were going to use it for when you first got it. Example A, towing stuff around. You think maybe with a quad you probably wouldn't do that because they're a bit smaller. It's probably pulling that much weight around would feel a little scarier, a bit more easy to roll it and everything. So that's where it's at for now with my UForce. Hopefully the videos won't be as far between next time, but it's just been a very busy period for me, and as I'm sure you can all appreciate, putting these videos together isn't the easiest thing to do, and it's not the fastest thing to do. There's a lot of time in filming and editing and etc, etc. But I hope you're enjoying it. I get a lot of positive comments still, so thank you very much for everyone that's watching. If you can, please like and subscribe. It does help to build my YouTube channel up, and yeah, the more it builds and the more following I get, it's gonna obviously motivate me more to make more videos. So thanks again, guys. I think we'll finish it up for now. Next video we'll hopefully be doing some more mechanical work on the UForce. If you've got any questions about any of our products or anything in the video, leave a comment below, drop us a message on our website or our socials. So thanks again, guys. Hope you've been getting out there and using your UForce, and we'll speak to you soon.